So that brings us to step 4, condition dehumidify the crawl space air.
So now that we've fixed the groundwater seepage, isolated the home from the earth, and sealed all outside air leaks, we now want to dehumidify and condition the environment with a SaniDry Sedona.
So, when loading the SaniDry, you want to make sure that it always stays upright. You'll see right here that we have a tip and tell. This basically lets you know that the unit's been shipped to you without being bounced around. We want to make sure that the unit always stays upright.
So, a very important note to add is that on the bottom of the SaniDry Sedona, you'll notice that there is an orange handled shipping bolt.
Okay, so we just want to show you where the location of this is. Now, when you're taking the shipping bolt out, we don't want you to flip this unit over. Basically, you're just going to want to simply just angle it up. Go ahead and hold it up just like so, and you'll find it right here if you could see that. And then I'm literally just going to go ahead and loosen that shipping bolt. I like to do this first thing so I don't forget about it. Okay.
So in the box you'll find this package which has a warranty registration card. And here you can find the serial information, and customers can go to sedonawarranty.com to properly register their unit for warranty. The SaniDry Sedona also has a gravity drain hose which must be pitched towards the sump liner in order to make sure that water drains properly.
When setting the location of the SaniDry, be sure to pick a level, suitable area for placement.
And remember, Larry Janeski's first and only rule of hydrodynamics:
water flows downhill.
So let's talk a little bit more in depth about how to connect the gravity drain hose.
Okay, so you can see right over here, we have our drainage nipple here, and it is made out of PVC. So you want to be very careful when installing this drainage hose that you don't over tighten the clamp. Commonly you'll see that a lot of people at the end of the drainage hose will cut the hose on a 45 like this. Although it works 99% of the time, that 1% of the time where that hose ends up on a 45-degree angle could actually make this unit not drain properly. So what we found is one of the best things to do is actually just cut a V-notch in. That way it doesn't matter which way this hose goes. If it literally ran on its belly there, it's always going to end up draining that water out. So one of the nice fittings that we came out with is, you can see this SaniDry 90. So I'm going to go ahead and get our drainage pipe connected here. There's multiple feet of drainage hose that comes with every new Sedona unit, and you don't have to use it all. So you can see in the front here, basically, if we can imagine that our sump location was right here, I want to make sure that, one, I'm not pinching the hose at the nipple where it's going to be bent like this. This tubing has a memory, and if it does get kinked like that, it's going to tend to want to kink like that again. So you can see here we have our new SaniDry Sedona 90, which is great for putting it into the sump lid. So I have my 4-inch piece here, and as you can see in the top I have a hose clamp, and obviously I would be putting one on here too, so I'm just going to go ahead and slide that on there like so. And the intent here is to make sure that with this 4-inch piece here that it's going to stay higher than the highest float switch inside the basin to make sure that this hose never gets bound up in any of the float assemblies.
We also have here the SaniDry Sedona stand, which can be used to elevate the unit off the floor. And just want to note, there are 2 pre-drilled holes here. If you are going to be using a condensation pump to eject the water out of the home that's drained from the SaniDry Sedona, then you should be ordering the SaniDry Sedona condensation pump kit that comes with a bracket that will be mounted onto these pre-drilled holes.
We're also going to recommend that each one of these units has a dedicated 15-amp circuit specifically for the unit.
It's amazing the difference when you go from a dark, dank, unusable dirt crawl space to a clean, dry, usable storage space.
So, we hope that this video was informative and helpful.
And now you know the 4 steps to fix a dirt crawl space.